What's up guys, it's Dan. In this video, I'm going to be working on an RC. And here it is. So what I've got here is a Traxxas Ruslter. This is a VXL. It's got the Welding brushless system in it, and this thing is pretty damn fast. Now, if you own a Rustler or any other Traxxas buggy or truggy, you would know that suspension parts do break easily on these, mainly because they're fast. You're gonna go up to a high speed and run into something. They're open wheel as well, other than the slash, but yeah, these are exposed. So I mean, I have a bumper right here. This is actually one that I 3D printed, and it still won't protect these from getting hit and the caster blocks up here breaking. So what I plan on doing with this is actually making a bumper that will span most of the front track width here, maybe a little bit past the center. Now this belongs to a child, and I'm not saying that a child isn't good with handling RCs, fast or slow. I just want him to be able to have fun with it and not worry about anything breaking. So I'm gonna design a bumper that will prevent anything from breaking, hopefully. What I plan on using is some 3/16 metal strap here. This is mild steel. So let's see how much I'll need. I'll be at an angle like that. First thing I need to do is draw a design, which I have here. As you can see, the bottom rectangle is where it'll mount to the chassis. Then I have two angled struts, I guess, and then the main bumper piece, which will be one piece. This side here, this is actually broken. I just have it super glued on, and it runs fine as long as you don't hit anything. But that could happen, even in training mode, which I have this in right now. So yeah, let's get started. First, I need to measure how wide I want to make the bumper. In this case, it'll be about 11 inches. Next, I make a template out of cardboard, transferring my measurements onto it as I draw out my pattern. It's at this stage where I can make adjustments to my measurements if needed, before I can transfer the pattern to metal. So I measured the distance from the tip of the bumper to the tip of the mounting plate at 60 millimeters. And each of the pieces are 1 inch wide because it's based off of this width here. But I was hoping there'd be more space in between here, so I'll probably extend that so I can put this part in, those two pieces there. So let me modify that. After I make the changes, I can start cutting out the pattern. Alright, so here's my pattern. I just sharpied out where there's not gonna be any material. This is actually gonna be a hole. But yeah, there we go. Now I can round the corners more on a grinder, but let's see how this looks on it. Right about there. Steering clears. Alright, I think that's my template. I cut the pattern up into the 4 pieces I need to make the bumper. Then I can trace each piece onto the metal strip. I double check to make sure I had enough material. I stuck the metal strip into a vise and cut out the pieces with a cutoff wheel. Then I cleaned up the cut edges with a bench grinder. Alright, so I've got just one more cut here to do. I already did this side, looks really nice. Here are the other pieces, which I already cut bevels into for welding, and it's that hot in my garage right now. But I do have a fan right above me that I put up there on purpose so I can continue working. So yeah, this took a while to do. Alright, so I got the last bit cut, and this is what it will look like. So now it's ready to get tacked together and then attach it to the chassis and see how it all looks. Alright, so here's the bumper tack welded on, all 4 pieces. And it doesn't look that bad on here. It'll definitely protect the front suspension parts from getting broken. And because it's steel, it will weigh the front down. It'll help with turning a lot better. And it's all welded up. Both sides. I just gotta clean it up with my disc sander, grinder, and figure out where to drill the holes, and then mock it up on the chassis and paint it. Probably do it black. I'm grinding down the welds so the bumper will look smooth and one piece. There's also plenty of welding spatter that I have to remove too. I'm not that great with welding and I would like to get more practice in, but I assure you the welds on this bumper are strong and should be able to handle abuse. And here it is. Big piece, slab of metal on the front of this thing. Actually looks kind of sick. Now, obviously it adds weight. Suspension doesn't rebound all too well now. Now I can fix that by adding some spacers in there. But let's see how it performs. As you can see, it can do donuts for days now that the front tires have some weight over them. And the bumper makes a nice metal clink when it hits rock. And it's all done. All put back together. Bumper's painted and mounted. Looks really good. So now you should be able to drive this without any worry about breaking the front suspension. This will scratch, but the purpose is to protect it. So now what I'm going to be doing is some speed testing. Let me show you what I got. So we have the Traxxas Ruslter VXL right here. We also have this. This is an HPI RS4 MT. Also, same owner as that. This has a brushed system. I believe it's, I don't know what turn motor this is. I know it's a double. It's between 12 and 14, my guess. And then we have my DF03, which is running an old Mamba Max system that's maxed out. So we're gonna see how fast these go, or how fast I can get them. Now to track the speed, I'm going to be using the speedometer app on my phone here. I'm going to attach it to the RCs, probably with zip ties, and record my speed. I had the throttle on medium, so I switched it to high, but it still didn't get any faster. Plus, the weak servo made it hard to keep it straight. So my DF03 ended up being the fastest. They all had certain issues going on, and I'm sure with certain tweaks the other two could have gone much faster as well. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, primarily for the bumper build. The speed test was just for fun since I had them here. This thing is heavy now. Nice steel front bumper, should not be any issues with it. And if there are, I didn't make it. So yeah, don't forget, I'm doing a giveaway. The link to that video will be covering my face somewhere. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.